Hello, Adam Rayner, Talk Audio TV. Today I've come to the NEC once again for the Camping Caravan, or is it the Caravan Camping and Motorhome Show. And of course Alpine Electronics are here to exhibit their solutions for camper vans, because this is a big piece of their world now. These guys and lasses who have these things are keeping their vehicles a good long time. One of the really big deals is, apart from, as we'll see, products specifically made to work perfectly with a camper van, and well, we're also talking about some very heavily engineered bits of dashboard so it perfectly matches with your vehicle, whether that happens to be a Fiat Ducato or whether it's based on well, obviously a Volkswagen T5 T6 van, maybe it's an Iveco Daily or a Citroen. The Peugeot Boxer 2 is another popular vehicle, all converted to motorhome use. Now, I'll just let the demo sequence run on there. There's some absolutely gorgeous brand new products being shown here today. The big deal with the very latest car electronics is, of course, the depth of their integration with the Apple and the Android ecosystems, to use a horrible term with electronics, which means Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now, on this next machine across, this product is supplied, in this particular instance, with a little cubby hole underneath it that when you just pop your phone in, if it's an Android phone, you've got wireless charging. Apple's got wireless charging in any case. A little module has been fitted to the cubby. And this particular product has only got a single DIN car radio size thing behind it, which means that any dashboard that an old-fashioned style regular shaped car radio can fit in, this can take it. Lots and lots of vehicles have got a double DIN, of course. In this case it's being used for an ordnance tray, but the next one along, actually I think we're going to have to go and get a bit closer into that and have a little zoom and maybe put a lamp on the thing, but there is, aha, that's looming out of the darkness, a DVD deck, which has got to be one of the coolest things to have when you're parked up. Okay, let's go and get a bit more detail from the chats. Righty-ho, Adam Rayner and Mr. Mark Holmes of Alpine's marketing department here to tell you all about the Halo 9 floating display with the ILXF 903D, and if you hear noises in the background, it's because we're right next door to a handy-dandy camping vacuum cleaner vendor. Mark, tell us about this machine with its lovely floating bit of kit here up front.
So this is a 9-inch display with a single DIN aperture at the back. As you can see, fully adjustable in angle and height.
Wow.
So once you've got the desired angle
Yes.
and height, you basically lock it in with 2 screws at the side. Then plates just go over to cover the screws up, so
Yes.
it's nice and flush.
Does it have any left and right adjustment like for BMW owners?
It doesn't have any...
See next year's model.
Yeah, possibly
No, that's
in a later
I've
one.
never seen a screen with that much adjustment up and down, and that's sticking out of a single car radio sized chunk of ironmongery.
Yes, and it actually moves in and out about 10 millimeters as well, so you can actually have it a bit closer to your dash or a bit further away if you've got something underneath.
Right.
So this doesn't have navigation built in, but it works with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.
So you don't have to pay for the navigation that Alpine have been developing for years. It's not part of the price of this. You're going to be letting them use the internet for that.
Yes.
So this is the next generation piece of kit.
Yes,
so many
it's
machines
very
are
much
both
for
on
the
when you know
younger
they're going to be using Waze or maps on the Apple ecosystem.
Yeah, so if it's Apple CarPlay, you'll use Apple Maps. If it's Android Auto, you've got Google Maps, you've got Waze, which I know is very popular nowadays. So it's a bit more flexible on the Android side, but again, both all online, so you've got traffic updates and the most up-to-date maps as well.
I've also heard that people report things which might technically be seen as a breach of the law about wasting a police officer. Yeah, you can report everything and where everything's parked, including emergency vehicles. No, it's a fabulous set, but Alpine allows you to use that.
Yes, yeah, definitely. We wouldn't want anyone without their phone being plugged in. So we've got, as well as obviously all those features, if you're not into the new generation, we've still got FM, DAB, the old style Bluetooth as well, so you don't even have to plug it in, just have it in your pocket and
Excellent.
away you go. Again, all on this nice 9-inch screen.
That is beautiful bit of industrial design, I have to say, it's gorgeous.
you can see down here it's got all the touch buttons as well, so once it's off it's just nice and flush. You've even got a little ambient light underneath, which I'm not sure if you'll be able to see.
Oh, no, you can see that showing up, yes.
Yeah.
Can you change the colour of it?
You can't change the
No,
colour
but
of
it's
it,
a
but
lovely
it's a
little-
nice
it's a
little
little-
white glow
sometimes
underneath.
I'll change the
Yes.
glow.
Yeah, matches the white glow of the buttons as well.
Imagine you're cresting some massive pass in the Alps at dawn with your map showing and that little glow. Oh, it just makes you want to be driving off somewhere in a really high-end motorhome, dude.
Yeah, so this obviously allows fitting of a 9-inch screen in cars that you wouldn't be able to. So if you think of the Golf Mark 1, where the single DIN radio is right at the top of the dash,
Yeah.
you then fit this in with it at its highest, and it basically makes it look like a new Mercedes unit.
Absolutely. I'm just saying that's echoes of the very latest ways this kit is mounted in OEM, isn't it? So
Yes, yeah.
beautiful. Oh. Do we know the retail? Is it just into full figures or below this piece of kit?
This is a 769 retail.
Wow, that's a load less than I'd. Hey, value for money. I've been
Yes.
looking at this stuff for years and I thought it was more money than you're offering it for. That's cool.
No, it's
That's
got
2018 price,
absolutely
of course.
everything. Yes, yes.
Lovely. Superb. That's the ILX F903D. This is the X802D-U. This looks like a double DIN unit, but it is in actual fact a single DIN car radio, as in a regular car radio size thing. But it's an 8-inch screen, Mark. Mr. Holmes, what's from off here?
Yes, 8-inch screen. So as you can see here, it's fitted in a T5. It can be fitted in a T6, Ducato, various different things like Golfs and things as well, Scirocco's. So really, it just depends on what fitting kit we have for the 8-inch model.
I mean, I know that there's a couple of specialist fitting kit makers out there, but you've got some fitting kits above and beyond anything they have specifically for your product here.
Yes, there's not many 8-inch ones out there because obviously we're the only one that offers an 8-inch screen like this. So this is one for the T5, so you can see it's angled in, so it actually eliminates that glare that you'd normally get from the T5. Any T5 owners would be able to tell you about the glare.
Lovely piece of industrial design as well, just zooming right on in there to see that. And I guess the other question is, this has got TomTom maps on Alpine run out navigation in here.
Yes, so that's got a 3-year map updates as well. So you update 4 times a year for 3 years, so you've always got the latest map in. It's also got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, again all through the nice 8-inch touchscreen.
Gorgeous. So you could use either TomTom maps or a choice of online ones, so maximum flexibility.
Yes, yeah.
Fabulous. Any idea what the retail is on this?
The retail is around 1,100 for the unit. Obviously it depends on the fitting kit that you get, but I believe this one's around another 100 or 200.
So the point I was making about the other products being cheaper because you're not buying the internal navigation, case rested. It also would be for the online navigation, would be using the GPS sensor in your telephone rather than one. So that's the price difference. But it is, of course, some of the best navigation that exists. Alpine been the bosses of that since level VIX level 4. Thick end of 30 years ago. Oh gosh.
For my time then.
Laser. Right, now we're on to the X902D. This is S906 because it's equipped specifically for going into a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter by way of the fitting kit, Mr. Holmes.
Yeah, so this is designed with our Freestyle unit, so Freestyle screen and the Freestyle keys that mount into this fitting kit.
Now, when you say Freestyle, those buttons, those panels, they can go anywhere. The kit can be dismantled and put in different ways, I take it.
Yeah, so if you bought this just as the Freestyle kit, so you get the screen and the keys, you can mount them anywhere and just have the single DIN radio hidden behind the dash, and then you can mount it in almost any vehicle, so that comes in a 7 and a 9-inch. This is the 9-inch model for the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter, so it's fitted all in the screen and then brings it up a little bit over the dash, so you've got the ease of use.
And one of the really big important pieces is the horribly expensive piece of engineering underneath there, which is the fitting kit itself. Now I'm going to just lower the camera a bit here, it's going to be a bit juddery, viewers, because just underneath it is nestling a bit of a cool accessory. Let's just fire up my lamp here. That piece of kit underneath it there, dun dun dun, that's a DVD player.
Yeah, so this is our DVD player, obviously CD and DVD. So Normally this would just come with a normal single DIN slot for putting your wallet, your phone, whatever, but you can actually fit a DVD player in there as well. There's also another option for those newer viewers with newer phones. You can actually wirelessly charge your phone in the single DIN if you don't have the DVD.
Wow, so double DIN space, only a single DIN car radio, even with all that real estate of screen, and you still get a cubby hole, and if you chuck your phone in it, with the Alpine accessory fitted out of sight, your phone magically bursts into life and starts charging up, like in Rolls Royces and Bentleys, and God help us, a couple of Kias do that, but Kia are taking the mick about how very expensive a feature they're putting in a very affordable car. This is a big thing, cordless charging, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, you don't really see it in aftermarket too much, so it's good to bring it to the game.
Yeah, Alpine leading the way again, dudes, love it. Now, of course, one of the elephants in the room of navigation with a motorhome or caravan is the fact that you are the size of an elephant. And bridges, narrow width restrictions, even weight restrictions can be an issue. Now, Alpine have been so good at navigation for so long, just check out their approach to that. It isn't just here is a set of attributes that fits motorhomes generally. You actually, Mr. Holmes, show us what you do, because you actually can input parameters.
So on the navigation, you basically just go along to here, go into setup, route preferences, then you go to your vehicle, and then you can select either so you can have different attributes for, so if you're towing a car, if you're not towing a car, if you've got a caravan, you've got either just a normal car or if you're towing it. So if we go into more, you can edit the motorhome. So if you go in here, you can then put your maximum speed, so if you're towing you can't go very fast, you can maximum speed of 50 miles an hour. Then you can put your length.
Whoa, length, width and height?
Yes, and
that's and you enter that specifically for each vehicle?
Yes, so if you're carrying a trailer and things, you can put the length and the height and everything of your...
if you're somewhere rural and there's a slightly low bridge,
yes,
and you've just put a general overview motorhome thing, it's going to put an extra height in. If yours is a bit lower, you can go more. That could save you unbelievable mileage out there. That's real world excellence.
Yes, and then you've got all the maximum allowed weight, actual weight, axles, everything, so you'll never get trapped on the road again.
So this isn't just like the motorhomes here in the UK. This is up to and including like Will Smith's one that's so huge. But no, axles, and because there are restrictions for some roads. Yes. I went somewhere in the Lake District, there's a big sign saying if you've got a motorhome, turn round. Wow, that is so cool.
And that's
not just
you know how
brand,
hard it is.
Overall, it's specific.
Yeah. So you know how hard it is to turn a motorhome round, or if you're towing a caravan, you wouldn't have these issues because you wouldn't have to turn around if you've got an Alpine.
Right, we'll just demonstrate the versatility kit. This is the ILX F903D again that we saw in a fitment for a Sprinter. This one, however, has got a little cubby hole underneath it, and if we pan down, and Mr. Mark Holmes, put your phone just in there, just watch this, here we go.
So you can see it start to charge now,
yes,
so that's now
it lit
wirelessly
up.
charging.
In 4K I'm sure you'll be able to see that it's done that.
So this is our floating display in a double DIN aperture, so you can see you've still got then the hole underneath where it's mounted up.
And that actually adds a whole bunch of real estate to your vehicle. Even if you've got the double DIN, you have the screen, plus an oddman charge. So just chuck your phone to charge. How much is one of them, sir?
So this is, again, the Halo 9, so this is 769.
You did say. And the accessory, let's start to ask you about parts and stuff. It's like, really, I've got every single piece, every scoop here since between the years. Of course, it's a little extra. Is it totally expensive, the phone charging piece?
I can't remember from the top of my head, to be honest.
Yes, it'll be what it is. The main thing is that no other maker actually has anything quite like that right now.
Yes.
Excellent. Right, well, I'm zoomed right in on the X902D DU Fiat Ducato platform. And looking at a piece of plastic because, well, Mr. Holmes, tell us about all the different sort of mouldings and things, because this is a big piece of what makes these Alpine units so absolutely fabulous, is that the moulding that fits in with your dashboard is made to absolutely as good a standard as the original manufacturer. You will not know it wasn't made for Ducato. How many different kits are there?
So this one is for the Ducato Citroen Relay and the Peugeot Boxster. So as you can see, this just curves along as it would with the dash, fits in perfectly like it's supposed to be there. So again, this is our Freestyle unit with the 9-inch screen, and again the same keys on the bottom, but with the Ducato fitting kit.
So those are exactly the same keys as we saw with the previous Freestyle kit, except arranged in 2 rows, with the actual graphics turned 90 degrees as well.
Yes, so the buttons come off and
you pop them out, turn them 90
around.
degrees. That is so elegant. The custom fitters must love you to death and be shouting, "Why didn't you have this 15 years ago?" I bet you had a bit of that.
Yes.
This is so good. The one thing it does mean is that for the buyer of a vehicle that would otherwise have had to spend quite a lot on cunning custom fitment by one of the UK's top 6, you can go to anybody dealing with Alpine that's trusted by Alpine, because all of them can fit this, and your vehicle will look like it came out of the factory, except a factory that dealt with a rather better supplier of electronics. This is Adam Rayner and Mr. Mark Holmes at the Caravan, Camping and Motorhome Show at the NEC 2018. Signing out. Thank you so much, Mr. Holmes. This is really encouraging stuff, because Alpine absolutely have got the complete solution for no matter how luxurious your world is with caravaning. Oh gosh, I want Will Smith's motorhome, Mark.
We all do.